Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Happy Wednesday before Halloween.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is, isn't it? Yeah, that's right. That's
it
a,
doesn't even feel like Halloween right now for me. Oh my gosh.
how hot is it up there?
It's cold right now. It's 48 degrees right now.
Oh, my kind of weather. All right.
Yeah.
I think, come to think of what does mine say? Mine says we are still, I'm at 57 right now.
Huh?
I
All
have
right,
not even
Donnie.
broke out a
All
coat
right,
yet.
Donnie. What's your temperature outside?
Right now, let's see.
He's probably colder than both of us, or he will
Oh,
be because he's going
okay.
to be getting some rain.
Should be.
56
Yeah.
degrees.
So he's right with
What
me.
is it?
56.
He
Not
ain't
too
got no
bad.
good nor'easters yet. So,
No,
Yeah,
he's
all
he's
the
going to
fun
get in
stuff
the
is
next.
coming up. Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to get it in the next day or so.
Yep.
all right. Smokey's at 35. Kitty Catty is at 44. And yeah, well, it is what it is. Oh, Fullerson was talking about he thought he was wearing uh,
Costume.
a costume. Thank you. I told you my brain's shot today. Um, Earlier, and I said it was a serial killer cereal, as in
Yeah, that that
CEREAL.
that could be it.
Hmm.
That could be it. Yeah, I was watching this weather and I was watching this hurricane thing, yesterday, and my goodness,
Oh yeah, I think packed a punch.
yeah, it said it's the strongest hurricane they have caught since they started the records.
Oh, it's that bad? Oh, I
It
haven't been
was
keeping up.
It was
it
over
was that bad.
185. Yeah, it was over 185 at one point.
Yeah.
The wind?
Yes. Yes. And when
Dang.
it hit Jamaica, it was at a category 5. When
Hmm.
it left Jamaica, it was at a category 4.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yep.
then it stayed strong and hit Cuba, and now it's starting to lose its steam. Now, because of this weather that we've got going on now with these things coming out of Canada and this cold
Yeah.
weather coming, we can only thank Mother Nature, because if it weren't here and we were
Yeah.
warm, that hurricane would have hit the United States. So we can all be thankful for that. It's going to, right after the Bahamas, it's going to go right out to sea.
Yeah.
So,
And it's a very late season hurricane too.
oh, I
You usually don't
know.
get one right around November. I think last time we got one this late was Wilma. That when it went up the coastline and then went off into the northern Atlantic, and it got stronger in the northern Atlantic. I'm like,
I
what the
know.
heck?
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, but we can thank, those winds coming out of, like I said, Canada and all of that coming through. And we have kept that away, but our prayers and hearts are with everybody in,
Yep.
Jamaica, Cuba, the Bahamas, all of that, so, um, prayers going
Blame
out to them
Canada.
because they
Yeah.
are in devastation. So, I just wanted to point that out. Second order of business.
Yes,
I just
ma'am.
want to let everybody know that Blondes and Booze will no longer have a show on Friday. Krista and I have
Oh.
many things coming up, and because I'm already on 6 days a week, I had to cut somewhere.
Yeah.
So we are now not doing Fridays. We will be concentrating our show on Thursday, and of course, we have this show right here on
Hmm.
Blondes and Booze on Wednesday. But don't
Yep.
forget, on Thursday nights at 6:30 to 7:30, we do have the Four Blondes and One Mystery podcast that happens. And then it
Hmm.
moves right on into Blondes. So don't forget that. We still have 3 shows out there right now. We just cut
So,
that
so
last
it's
show.
not that you're losing Friday, you just replaced it with the four blondes, really.
Another Thursday. Yeah.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
now. For
Yeah.
now, yeah. In a couple weeks, Four Blondes will be moving to its own channel. Right now, we're simulcasting between the two.
Yeah.
The Four Blondes and then the Blondes and Booze. But
Yep.
we are going to, separate that pretty soon too. So if you've not subscribed, go on over to Four Blondes. Subscribe. It's a pretty funny show. We talk about weird stuff. I mean, that's what we do. We talk about weird stuff,
Let's
but we
see.
talk
Isn't that
about the
every show?
mysteries. Yeah, we talk about mysteries and things like that, and
There you go.
and we had a really good show last week. It was about what would you do if, you
Yeah.
know,
I
and
listened to a
some
little
of
bit
those
of it.
things, I mean, I don't know. It's like one of the questions was, what would you do if you found out that your significant other, your spouse, was a reptilian?
Hmm.
Yeah. So we had a big long discussion about it. So it was a big thing. And what would you do if you know that the government decided they had to do a relocation program for Bigfoot and you had to take one in? What would you do? So yeah, I mean the questions are out there. I mean, I should have named it, like I said on the show last week, my 3 a.m. thoughts, because those are the things that keep me awake. Stupid stuff, you know.
Well, when you said if you'd have done what would you do, then you'd have probably got sued by ABC because of their little what would you do bits that they do off of Nightline or whatever that show is
Yeah.
now.
See, I call these my 3 a.m. thoughts.
I don't need to know that kind of stuff. I really don't. It's okay.
They weren't bad. I mean, it's just that stuff that just keeps you awake going, well, I know this is nonsense, but what if?
No, I won't go into what my 3 a.m. thoughts. My 3 a.m. thoughts are why is this cat jumping on my freaking chest at 3 a.m. and how far does that cat want me to throw him? So
My
All
3
right,
a.m.
well-
thoughts are usually, why is this hat man standing at the foot of my bed?
Exactly. It's just
Well, why
stuff
has he
like
got to
that.
watch me sleep like that? Be all
Right.
weird.
Well,
they better not try to invade my body and try to possess, because there's so many aches and pains that demon's going to run and hide. Okay.
I know. But thanks to Mike for the super chat. He said, let's go, Blue Jays. Jays in the 7th, baby.
I'm with you on that. I'm with you. Absolutely, Blue Jays all the way on that one. Okay.
So there
Only
you go.
because I don't like the Dodgers.
There. You heard it from the horse's mouth.
Yeah.
And I just had to give a quick shout out to Bigfoot Fades. Bigfoot Fades said that they made a video about me. I'm sorry, I haven't checked it out yet. I need to.
You did it. Oh my god.
I didn't see. I've been kind of off YouTube for these past few weeks.
You stuck in the game still?
You need to get on one. Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie.
I mean,
yeah.
There's one about you, and there's one about Monica. There's
I
one
need to
about
watch
me and
this.
Tech, and there's one about Rob. I mean, oh come on, these things are fabulous, fabulous. I got to laughing so hard. I mean, I was like, oh my gosh, just the total thought that goes into these things. I'm like, okay.
And then Ullerson is asking, Donnie, are you ready for your camping adventure this coming weekend? Yeah, I'm going to have the most Halloweenest Halloween ever, probably my entire life. Because I'm going to be camping in Dogman country with Tex and Jason.
Yeah.
And I think Monica's going to be there too.
Yeah, she is.
Dogman. And like portals and
like pale crawlers and
pale crawlers.
Yeah.
And orbs.
And fossils.
Who cares about them stupid dinosaurs? They had their time.
Yeah. Yeah, and those ain't even dinosaur fossils, okay?
Dinosaur fossils.
Cephalopods and stuff like that.
Cephalopods, man.
But I'd like to give it. Oh gosh, you guys. Anyway, I'd like to give a special shout out to Hellbent Holler that has just joined the chat. Hey, how are you doing?
Hi.
So this is going to be my first camping trip since like I was 8. Do I need to like bring stuff? Because I'm just going to bring my usual like backpack with clothes. Do I need to bring like weapons?
No.
Trust me, Texas have plenty.
Should I bring like?
No, I don't.
I'm not going to be unarmed.
Ullerson will have plenty for you. Tex will have plenty for you. Just don't shoot yourself.
I got a Swiss Army knife. Will that be a functional weapon?
That's all you need. That's Donnie. I don't recommend anything else for you.
Take out the corkscrew, tie it to the end of a long stick.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's it.
Sure, that sounds good.
That sounds great. I love it. I love it. I love it.
I'll be well defended and well armed.
Yes, you will.
All I can think of is freaking A Christmas Story and somebody, you'll shoot your eye out.
Oh, yeah. I see that for Donnie. So
Angelina says she'll be your weapon too. So
no pew pew for you. Okay, Donnie, no pew pew for you. Okay, we're just gonna leave it at that.
I've never used one in my life, so I wouldn't,
Yeah.
So.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. So let's start this off. What do you?
Yeah.
We know that Donnie, he's going to be out there with all this stuff with the Halloween stuff. But what are you going to do, Randy? What are you doing for Halloween?
I'm going to be right here handing out candy and trying to scare kids. That's the fun for Halloween for me. This is my favorite holiday of the year by a long shot. Okay, all the other ones we eat and I get turkey drunk and fall asleep. or I literally am trying to do something all the time with it. But this, I get to sit out there and wait for kids and try and get them.
Well,
If
there
I
you
can get
go.
them to squeal, if I give them to holler, especially little ones, to get them squealing and running, it's all good.
Oh, well, there it is. There it is. Well, okay. So I have my choice of what I want to do this weekend. We have a ghost hunt at Emmaus on Friday night, or I can go to Ashmore Estates in Illinois on Saturday.
How far is
I'm like,
Illinois from you?
Well, Emmaus is 3 hours. Ashmore's 4. I mean, it's.
Oh, I didn't realize you were so close to Illinois.
Oh yeah, I'm real close to Illinois.
Oh.
But I'm thinking, I don't know. I'm just gonna leave it up to a mystery. I'll figure it out later. I mean, I've been to Emmaus a lot this year,
Yeah.
but man, I've not been to Ashmore in I think 2 years. So
That'd be the one
I
I'd
don't know.
go for if that was my choice. Then that'd be the one I'd shoot for.
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking about that too. Our friend Terry Mosby is going to be at Ashmore and everything. So I'm like, I don't know. So I've got a ghost hunt. I just don't know where.
I was
Which one's
trying.
got the gnarlier ghosts?
Well, I'm going to tell you, Ashmore Estates is haunted, and I've gotten so much evidence out of there. I know that it's haunted, but as in scarier wise, I think Emmaus is, because it is. There are so many things that have not been documented yet that have happened. There's so many things. This is a relatively new place that is open. It's been a year. Let's just call it a year that they started investigating this place. And, we haven't even touched the tip of the iceberg with this place. So,
Yeah.
I'm just kind of thinking back and forth. And, I'll be at Emmaus many, many more times. And Ashmore is just a couple times a year. So I don't know. I don't know yet. I don't know.
Here's
because
one.
I have to work 10 hours on Friday, and I don't know if I want to do that 3-hour drive, then ghost hunt all night. And
Exactly. You can go that Saturday and go and have fun with it. So,
Mike
Mike.
Seller.
Mike Seller, member for 15 months.
15 months. Looky there.
Part of the Booze Club. Love it. Love it.
Hey,
Thank
and
you for
here's
being a
one that
member.
I hadn't noticed before. I hadn't noticed this one before, but I've never tried this. A cemetery hide and seek. I don't think I've ever done that.
If I could do one in my town, I sure would. I sure would.
I mean, it
because
sounds
that would
cool
be
as heck,
just fun.
doesn't it?
Yeah. I think they'd be afraid somebody would trip and fall or crack their head open, probably. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that would be fun. I would do that. I mean, but there is one right down the road from me here. It's just right off the dirt road and onto the state highway there that I can get at. I mean, it's probably about 2 miles. There's nobody out there. Well, they might see me. Somebody might driving by.
Yeah, never can go. Yeah.
But there's not a lot of people out here.
But that's
Maybe
why
I
you
can
play
get
hide and seek. If they're driving by, you hide behind
it. Out.
Yeah, when they drive by, you hide behind a tombstone so they don't see you.
Right. Exactly. But I don't know. I don't know. It looks like it's more of a family cemetery. You know what I mean? It's more of a family type thing. So I might get in trouble for that one. Oops. But I always thought I was going to stop in there. I've never stopped in there. I need to do that, though. I mean, because I do find them curious. I mean, do I think anything lurks in there, like haunted? I don't. Because every time that somebody's buried, they're always saying prayers out there. They're always doing the thing. It's just kind of like, it's kind of like putting the barrier back up every time. You know what I mean? It's the protection barrier. So I find them calm and soothing most of the time. There's only a few places where I had my problems. When the anxiety kicks up, you're like, this don't feel right. Yeah. But anyway, so like I said, I got to figure out what I'm going to do this weekend. I do not know yet. I'm kind of leaning towards the Saturday thing if I do anything at all.
Yeah.
But on with
you
what
may
we're
just
doing.
sit there.
All right. I may. I may, because I'm supposed to do Rob's show Saturday night.
It isn't like Rob doesn't. Well, no way. You may be the only one left to do Rob's show with him that night.
I am. So I may be.
Hey.
I may be the only one there doing Rob's show
Now-
on. But we have great conversations, him and I. So I may do that too. I may just stay home.
You do know that if y'all are all the women are gone and not there to be there, all the ladies are not there to be with him, stuff. I can substitute. I have done that before, as I can vouch for. Okay.
Is that you?
Everybody?
I was a beer wench on that one.
Yes, there's Randy.
It turned into
in all of her glory.
It was an interesting night that night. That's all I'll say. And yes, those boobs are sitting over here somewhere. I've got them up there in that thing. So.
He has his chest on the shelf.
Yeah, they're on the shelf. But before that one, I can do full blown cocktail waitress too. Okay.
Yes, you can. Look at
Nice.
there. I want to give a shout out to Werewolf. Thanks for the super chat. We appreciate you so much. Thank you.
Oh, we got him. We'll put it out here right there. There you go.
Right there.
We'll appreciate it.
Yeah, I know.
But anywho.
But I didn't even think of that. We should have done like pictures of us in past Halloween costumes. I didn't even think about that.
I just happened to see them they popped up on memories on my Facebook today, and I was like, oh, I got to remember that one. Let me go and put that up to the side right now. And that doesn't even have the ones with me in the corner as the beer wench. We went to the corner, and I had a nice little placard up in the corner of the booth, not booth, but one of the bar tables, and it said $20. Come one, come all.
There it is. Okay,
Dandy Randy.
so Bigfoot Fade says your new name is Dandy Randy.
I'm
I didn't
good
know
with that.
Bigfoot Fades was a girl. I thought Bigfoot Fades was a guy. Whoops.
Surprise.
Oopsie.
Surprise.
That's why you don't say anybody. I call Moon a girl forever. Moon at noon.
Yeah, there have been a few people in the chats that I assumed were the opposite.
That's why I quit. You're all gender neutral now. I don't care what you are.
Yeah, because the names, you can't. Sometimes people have like very effeminate sounding names, so you assume they're girls, and then like years later, they're like, "Oh, I'm a dude," and you're like, "What? What?"
Well, see, last year I didn't get dressed up at all because I just ended up working the house pretty good, But the two years ago, I did another one where I was reject from farmersonly.com. So that was another fun one. I didn't grab the pictures of that one.
Amy Creel wants to know, where is Moon?
I don't know. I haven't seen him in a while. He's been in and out. Every once in a while you see him, but
he was feeling under the weather at some point. I have seen him on occasion, but not like every show. So, if that be the case, if I'm correct in remembering that, let's just send our prayers out to him and hope for a speedy recovery.
What the heck is going on here?
I don't know what's going on. You're going to have to turn off that thing. Yeah.
Yep. Turn off now.
Chat. Turn off the chat because here she is.
I'm working on it.
It's Miss America.
What's going on here?
Her costume. Miss America. There she is.
Ain't you got a biker rally to be at or something?
No. You guys cannot do Halloween show without me.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Why?
So
Do you like to give out candy?
I'm gonna bombard you guys.
Oh, with what?
That's okay. That's okay because I don't have any candy. That's not
hey
fair.
guys, by the way, did you know Amy Creel is a dude?
She is not.
Wow.
It's out.
She's the prettiest dude I've ever seen outside of me.
The prettiest dude I ever met.
Outside of me. Do I need to show the pictures again?
I've ever met.
I mean, come on. Do I need to show the pictures again? I'm a awful pretty dude, okay?
Show me that picture, Randy.
You ain't seen it yet?
Please. You gotta see that.
Let's go. This one was the first one I did as a cocktail
That
waitress.
one's the best one.
Oh wow,
No,
Randy.
This was the beer wench.
Are you transitioning?
No. That being said, I don't know if you ever watched the what was it called, the Drew Carey show. I went for the Mimi look on that one.
There you go. You nailed it. That's awesome.
I had guys at that bar trying to grab my boobs like crazy. I had guys trying to sit there. Well, they called me the ugly stepsister from Shrek 2. That's what
Mm.
that's what I ended up being.
Gotcha.
Mm.
You know, I don't know. I don't know. I
So
would have
now-
been smacking them, going, "Don't touch me."
Now you know what women go
Hey,
through.
I had
Yeah.
I had one lady that took them from me because hers weren't big enough. She said,
Wow, Randy. I'm impressed.
I was
am
happy I
impressed.
got them back. Actually,
Yeah, he wants to use them for later.
Hmm.
well, I
I
actually
knew there
pulled
was
them out at
something
one
funny
point.
about you.
I pulled them out at one point, slapped them on the bar, and told them, "So that's the first time that as long as I worked there, that's the only time I ever seen boobs on the bar."
Oh my goodness, Lord, let's get off of this. Let's get over Randy
Hey,
and
she
his.
wanted to see it. She wanted to see it.
Right, right. All right, let's talk some Halloween. Let's get into this. We've
Okay.
let's start it off because you know we were talking and you said that you found out some stuff that is different or haven't heard of that more
Yeah.
people normally talk about, because I mean people have heard the history. I mean,
Yeah.
a little bit.
A lot of times.
Yeah.
And
Just
as I was looking through it, I mean, it's all Celtic stuff to start with. It's the Celtic, and people say pagan, but whatever, but it's actually Celtic, okay? And I cannot Samhain is what am I hearing? Who's demon?
Krista probably.
It was my stupid. It's want me to do an update.
Oh,
See, that's why we don't have her on for the Wednesday show. 'Cause she does this to us all.
No,
You can't
Chris's
do nice
computer's
things.
like, update me. I'm not ready for this. I need extra.
Right.
I ain't ready
need
for this
extra help.
conversation.
Extra
Yeah.
help. But
Yeah.
anyway, so this is it's called Soin. Soin, Sowin is how it's pronounced. Okay, with accent on the SOW. The Soin.
so handy.
Okay,
Hmm.
but it's spelled Samhain. Okay, obviously the Celtics had their different ways of phrase or pronouncing stuff, but it was the Gaelic celebration at the end of the harvest year. It celebrated and it kind of it showed the human life and death struggles at that time. So they were like, it's always the beginning of winter, symbolic of the human death and new beginnings. The Celtic, they wore the disguises and such because it was rumored that during that festival, the bad souls were the ones that were coming out to wreak havoc and destroy the crops, is what it was.
Mm.
So they were wearing this stuff, animal heads and skins and stuff. They were trying to scare away the bad, so it would save their crops for the next year.
Okay, so you're saying that they were wearing more like animal skins and things like that?
And skulls and stuff. Of course, you talk about 1201 BC, somewhere around that time frame. So they didn't have, our nice, pretty latex masks and stuff like that. They'd never seen Michael Myers. They'd never seen Jason. So, but you get a guy with a ram's skull on his head with those horns on it, you might want to think twice at that time, I would think.
True.
So,
True.
then they would do the bonfires and they would do sacrifices, which they'd sacrifice lambs and such like that every so often. But they would do that, and they're doing divination stuff. They would try to actually determine whether they were going to end up with the deaths, who's going to have deaths, who's the families, who's going to have health and marry, who's getting married, who's going to marry who in the next year, that kind of deal. They were trying. They made it very mystic. You know what I mean? They were spiritual, is what it sounds like. What I've been reading. So
and all I'm trying to figure out every year is if I get the fork of the spoon in the persimmon. I mean, that's what I try to figure out. Am I getting the fork or the spoon? I just, if you know, you know.
Well,
I'm just saying.
I try to figure out when I look at the kids' candy to make sure what's bad or not. I got to make sure it's right if it's not, got something in it or anything. So I'd have to check it to make sure it's
Taste
good, just like my parents did to me. Well, my dad anyway. And quite frankly, he would still do it to this day if I let him get close enough to it. But anyway, so and the more I kept reading about it and stuff, and then I'm reading about how the Romans, when they came through, and this was about 43 AD or so, is the way they put it, was that the Roman Empire under the Emperor Claudius, had just conquered the lands and stole. Yeah, we're going to take stole and say adopted the celebration of the other cultures, which that was the thing about the Romans. Honestly, when you think about it, when they went into lands and they conquered, they didn't try to wipe out their culture and such. They actually would adopt it into their culture as part of that region. You know what I mean? They would put their own stamp on it, yes, but they didn't try to destroy it. They didn't want to take away, for lack of a better term, they really wanted to win hearts and minds. I know that's a saying that we in the Army said a lot. Hearts and minds, because that's what you want. You want to win the hearts and minds of the country you're in. So,
well, it depended on who the leader was and who the campaign was and which people it was against, because there were other instances where they were just like scorched earth, but not all the time.
Oh, yeah. And most of that time was usually under Augustus a lot of times.
Yeah, but those people had to go. They had to go. They had to come in, so.
Yeah, so.
According to Caesar, yeah.
Well, their main festival effective was Feralia, which is the festival of honoring the dead, is usually in late October, just like, the Celtics was in either late October, early November by our calendar, obviously. And then, it was like they kept they were the ones that started this bobbing for apples tradition.
Yeah.
And I was reading it, I was like, why would they be the ones bobbing for apples? It doesn't make a whole lot of sense for me, but okay. But its origin, the origin of the belief is still debated, but the origin is like they was erroneously associated with Pomona with the celebration of, I'm going to try and pronounce this properly, Verternalia, i.e., honoring Vertumnus, the Roman goddess of the seasons, plant growth, fruit, trees, so forth, like that. And that's what it was supposed to be celebrating, because she was, the Roman god Vertumnus actually seduced Podoma, is what it says here. So
the Roman god of what?
The Roman god of seasons plus plant growth, fruits, trees, essentially spring, if you want to get right down to it.
Oh, okay.
Vertumnus.
Good crops, good harvest, good crops, whatever.
Yeah, exactly. So, but this Pomona was seduced. She was the goddess of the fruit and the trees, the Roman goddess, and the Roman god of the seasons is the one that seduced her. And that's what the Roman festival that it was adopted around the same time, but they also implemented or included the Celtic traditions as well when they did it. So, it's still, to me, because it's still a good case study for, let's say, history's sake. Okay. They went in, they'd win. Oh, don't get me wrong. Now they weren't.
Oh, you're talking about Persephone. Oh, okay.
No, Persephone is Greek.
Yeah, it's the Roman version. You know how Jupiter is basically the Roman version of Zeus.
Is Zeus and so forth, and Hades is whatever it is. But anyway, now you made me lose my track of thought. What the heck was I thinking? Anyway, but when the Romans were going to take over a place, you ain't just kidding. I'm going into full blown CRS mode most of the time, and anybody don't know who CRS is, talk to me after. I'll let you know. But when the Romans take over a place, they just didn't wipe the culture out, is what I'm trying to say. I mean, they're
well, sometimes they did,
like you said, but it depended on the culture, like first of all.
Yeah,
and
like Carthage,
Caesar,
they pretty much wiped off the map.
But that was Caesar. Yeah.
Some of
Caesar wanted, because Caesar wanted to kill off, Carthage and what was the guy Ptolemy? Was that who it was? I think it was in that area.
No, Ptolemy was a general of Alexander the Great.
Okay, that's a different one. Then I can't remember who it was, but Caesar had an attitude with Carthage, and Carthage was going to be laid in ruins. Period.
Yeah.
And when he was still Octavian, when Augustus took over against Antony, Cleopatra, and the Egyptians and stuff, he was going to originally scorch Earth, Cairo, but he was talked out of it by the Senate. The Senate said, "Hey, there's too much gold and stuff in them there hills. We don't want to be destroying that."
It's hard to generalize about like Roman military history because each situation was different and unique in its own way.
Yep. But after those, when it got into the AD time frame, you're getting away from, the Octavians, the Augustus, the Caesar, even the Neros and such weren't yet to be really happening. You know what I mean? So, the Claudius was one of the ones that was a conqueror, quote unquote. But it was like, okay, we're gonna go take over your cities. When you're done resisting, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna set up a city state right here to help. We'll have a governor or something there to kind of watch out everything in our interest. But we're not going to destroy your culture. We're not going to sit there and make you feel like you don't belong where you have lived your entire life. So, kind of brilliant, honestly, when you think about it, because he just won hearts and minds of the people he just conquered. They'd fight for him now.
That's true. That's true.
But needless to say, so we get past that and we talk about the stages of Halloween, like in with Pope Boniface. I keep wanting to say Boniface, but
Bonaducci.
I thought so that same
Pope
way.
Bonaducci.
And Pope Gregory, Pope Gregory III. They later, they established the All Martyrs Day, which became All Saints Day, and All Hallows Day, which is Hallows are all the the saints and the martyrs and stuff like that. And they established All Souls Day as November 2nd, but All Saints Day was November 1st, with All Hallows Eve being the 31st. I did not know it at the time, but they actually did the same thing as the Celtics. They actually donned masks. They donned, stuff to scare away the evil spirits and stuff that they were talking about. We're trying to rise the day before All Saints Day. Okay. And I knew that we had adopted stuff later on, but I didn't know it went all the way back to 630 AD. I'm like, this is a little bit more than I'd thought before, because everybody you talk to, and trust me, I'm not trying to poke fun at people, but if you've been raised in a Southern Baptist household in any way, shape, or form, I bet money, unless you force yourself to do it, your parents, if they were devout, you did not get to go trick-or-treating. You did not get to celebrate Halloween at all. Okay? You got to celebrate a fall festival, which meant, okay, we're going to go to the same carnival type stuff, but I just can't say it's Halloween.
Yeah.
I can't go trick-or-treating, though, like all my friends are going. Of course, I was so out in the far in the boonies. If I didn't come to town, I didn't get to go trick-or-treating anyway. I set up jack-o'-lanterns one year. Literally, the only people saw it was us when we were driving up the driveway. So, it is what it is. But to me, it stopped right then when people were talking about that. I was like, this makes no sense for people to now, especially after what I read, for them to be that way about Halloween. And I've got people in my housing area right now who will not turn on their lights for the kids, will not do stuff for the kids at all if it's related to Halloween.
Because it's satanic, quote unquote.
That is so true, because at work they're doing a Halloween party, and I asked one lady, and I didn't know. I was like, "What are you dressed up for Halloween?" And she's like, "Oh, I follow the Lord. I don't do that."
That she has not. She don't know what the hell she's talking about. Excuse my language. Right. She really doesn't. And I didn't realize, like I said, until I read this stuff, how much the Christians of the time actually accepted it and adopted it. So I don't know where it all came from. I really don't know where it all came from.
I just got one thing to say about it. If any children showed up at my house on Halloween, I ain't opening the door. It's probably some black-eyed kids.
Well, you like me. You was out the boonies.
They're lost or black-eyed kids, like she said.
Yeah, black-eyed kids, and I don't think they'd walk to my house. I mean, they'd have to pass like 2 houses down the road before they got to mine. It'd be black-eyed kids. I'm pretty sure. I'm going
to tell you right now. I have so many kids in this neighborhood, and I do so much up in my yard, and the guy down the street from me, we go all out on the yards. Okay.
Mhm.
I started buying candy back in August. That's how much I get into this. And I've got more candy than these kids are ever going to ever need. I'll probably see a minimum of 1,000 kids running through the area.
Holy cow.
Minimum.
Yeah,
But
you
there'll
come
be
to
other
my house, you're
areas.
getting a granola bar.
Hmm.
That's what you're getting.
But see, you're that one we never wanted to go to. You got the tricks because you get trying to give something. You don't give healthy stuff. I've had people give us candy before, or not candy, but apples or bananas, and I'm like, what the hell is this crap? But no, candy, dude, candy.
Oh, I don't get any children. None.
She doesn't.
Well,
You don't
Ever.
understand where she lives.
you're out in the
Seriously.
boonies. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
an
I get-
understatement.
I get nothing. I get nothing.
Hey,
Mm-mm.
I can't help that got such a bad attitude. You've scared all the kids away in your area. All right.
You know what
Yeah.
is really great though? When I would take my kids trick or treating or my grandkids trick or treating, and then the parents get Jello shots. Have you been to some of those houses?
Oh
Yeah.
yes, many
Oh,
times.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Yep. Those are cool ones. Thank you, Mike.
Hey, Mike, good job. Hey, Mike, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Mike.
There we go.
Yeah, I do remember when you could set your your older kids, your 10 through 13s, and you can set them
Mhm.
out in the neighborhood and just let them go. And you're like,
Yeah,
well, be
you didn't
home
have to
at
worry
this
about it.
time. You
Did
know,
not have
and
to
then
worry
it got
about
to
them
the
at all.
point where mom would throw them all in a van and drive down the road and drop them off, let them go to a couple houses, pick them up, drive them to the next place,
Yeah.
let them go. And then
Yep.
now it's all trunk or treats.
Not
I
here,
hate
it ain't.
that. I hate that. I hate that for
I-
everyone. I really
I
do.
don't care for it either. I mean, I understand where it's come from, but
I
yeah, I'm
do.
with you. I don't like it as much, obviously, because half the
Mm-mm.
fun is watching these kids getting bone tired, walking all over the place. First of all, then you don't
Oh,
have to
yeah.
worry about trying to put them to bed. Hey, they're gonna pass out when they
They're
get in
gonna
here and
go.
slow down
And
for
then,
5
and,
minutes.
and then you go through the candy when they're sleeping.
Exactly.
That's what
That's
parents
the rite
do.
of passage as a parent. Yeah.
Yes. That's what I'm saying. You know?
Can I?
Yeah.
For me, one of my favorite things, other than the trick or treating, about Halloween for me. Okay, as an adult, it was Halloween parties, getting
Oh.
drunk at a
always.
Halloween party.
Yep.
Everyone's
Okay,
hooched
okay,
out.
yeah.
That was the number one thing. But as a
Bonfires, yeah.
kid, my favorite thing was the horror movie marathons that would run month long on TV.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Remember those? Remember
Yep.
they would show like Twilight Zone all month.
Well, yeah, we're in the 13
Oh, yeah.
days of October.
Yeah.
We're in
they're
the
still doing it.
13
Mhm.
days of Halloween right now on
Yeah.
some channels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they
Freeform.
don't
Freeform is one of them.
they don't play the movies we want to see.
Well, I mean, it's all
No.
streaming now, so they don't have as much weight as they did. But back
No.
then, when everyone was just
They
had
did.
cable,
Yeah.
and then certain channels would just have Halloween movies all month long. You'd be
Yeah.
like, oh, I remember watching this movie. I
That's
remember
true.
I remember as a kid watching like
Oh.
Fritters and
Oh, yeah. Critters.
Friday the
Oh,
13th and Nightmare on Elm Street, and it would just come
Friday
on
the
TV.
13th. Yeah,
Yeah.
you can't beat those.
Yeah. So I
You
know
know,
what I have to do. I have to watch Hocus Pocus, everyone. I haven't done it
oh
yet.
yeah. And 2. And the second one. I like the second
One
one
and
too.
two. I gotta watch it. I've run amok this year. I've run amok. It's happened. I usually have
Thing
done
is, I
this
can see
by
you.
now.
I can see you bounce around going mucka 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 mucka.
I do that.
Well,
Occasionally.
Rob had one. Rob's devious. Okay, I'll just say that right now. Rob's devious.
Rob, that's creepy.
Yeah.
You're supposed
I'm
to
not
do
gonna
it
say
with
it 'cause
single women.
I wasn't gonna read
Supposed
that
to
one.
do
I
that
wasn't gonna.
single women.
I wasn't gonna read that out loud because they may come find him. You know.
So, Rob, you need to ask if they have moms. Invite the moms, and not
Yeah.
the kid.
Yeah.
Hey! Is your mom around?
Go get your mom.
Well,
Oh, my God.
Chris and I actually had a conversation about this. I saw a young man that was very eye-catching. I mean, just unbelievably made me stutter. And I'm like, your mom and dad did a great job. I'm like, who's your dad?
We really did. We had this conversation like 2 weeks ago.
Your
Oh my
dad.
God!
If you're single, is your mom and dad divorced? No, I did
You have
not
great
say that.
feelings.
I did
I
not.
bet. Oh, sure
didn't.
you did.
No, I didn't. I was at work. I could not say
She was
things like
thinking
that.
it though. She
I
just
was.
didn't.
I'm like,
Blah 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 blah.
like, who's
blah,
your
blah.
dad? You know, because in my town, you may know him. You're like, who's your dad?
As long as you're not
Yeah.
related to them, that's okay.
Oh,
No, that's
gosh,
West
I'm
Virginia.
not related to anybody in this town except for my brother, and I know who he is. So there it is.
There you go.
Mm.
Oh god, how do we get
Oh,
up on that one again?
Again, show went south. Sorry.
Hey,
South. It was Rob's fault.
This show is evolving as we speak. Okay, that's all
I
I'm
know.
gonna say.
Dang it, Bobby. Dang it, Bobby.
That's
Set
what
it
you call
downhill.
him when you want to really annoy him. You call him Bobby. He hates
Yeah, I
that.
call him Bobby. I
Yeah,
usually say
he
dang it,
hates
Bobby.
that.
Kind of like King of the Hill.
Yeah.
That's
Damn it, Bobby.
You know, hey,
Dang it,
speaking
Bobby.
of King of the Hill, do you know there's a new one coming out with Bobby as a grown-up?
Oh, I think it's already
Yeah.
out.
It's
Oh
already
yeah,
out,
I've already watched the
Yeah,
whole
it's
first
already
season.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, then
That's
where
on
the hell
Hulu.
have I been?
No. Randy and Jason were all over that. They were like,
Oh, you
I've
just- you
waited.
ain't just-
I've waited so many years for this.
I-
Yes.
I-
Actually, I wasn't happy in the first couple, but it grew on me after the first couple. So
I haven't watched any of it. I just saw like little clips of it, whatever. I mean, I've never been a huge King of the Hill fan.
I like King of the Hill.
I mean, I have seen some clips that are pretty funny, though. I have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
and now they're kind of in a real flux because the dude that voiced Dale and Cotton, he passed away,
Yeah, I heard about that.
and the guy that voiced John Redcorn, he passed away.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
it got a little. It's the first couple you could tell they had somebody else filling in.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But obviously they had done voice work before because once it got past the second or third episode, you couldn't tell.
Mm.
You literally couldn't tell because they were. I think they'd already done the voice work prior to before they had passed away. So because they had both just passed away within the last year.
Mm.
Wow. That's
You know,
crazy.
Lil Patty says, I can't wait for Hocus Pocus 3. Are they having one of them?
I thought they were doing. Well, they did kind of leave it where they could open it back up. So in 2. So
That would be exciting.
well,
That would be
anything
fun.
with Bette Midler in it is going to be great anyway.
Oh, I know. I just love her. Her as an actress, she is just the bomb. I just love her.
As a singer, she's the bomb. Good Lord, that woman can sing.
Mm-hmm. The Rose. or
I've
something.
never watched any movies with Ben Midler. I wouldn't know.
Mhm.
Have you
Oh,
watched
good Lord.
Hocus Pocus?
No, I have not.
Oh,
And you got to watch them in sequence. You got to watch the first one, then the second one. You can't just go and
Mhm.
watch the second one. You got to watch both.
Yep.
yeah. Bette Midler was always just really, she was a great singer to begin with. That's how she began. And then she went into acting, and everything that she's played in has just
Oh,
exploded.
good Lord.
Mm.
Look,
And this goes.
all 3 sisters are coming back.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
So
There you go.
what's her name? Kathy Najimini.
Yep. Kathy
Yeah.
and Jimmy.
And,
And,
Of course, they have to do a remake or like a rehash. It's Hollywood, baby. Can't come up with any new
they're
ideas.
good. I mean, they're
Yeah.
really good if you follow along. I mean, it's more along the lines of the children's stories and things like that, but they're really, really good. So yeah, so when I was in Salem, I got to go.
Sarah Jessica Parker's the other one.
Thank you.
Oh,
That is
yes.
that's
Had
the
to- I had to
blonde,
look
the
it up
blonde
because
head,
it got
long blonde
stuck in my
head.
head.
Right, but in Salem,
Thank
they
you, little
actually
Patty.
went there and they filmed a lot of that movie in Salem, Massachusetts. And I got to go past, the buildings and the houses and stuff that they used for this, and it was really cool because you're like, I've seen that house before. There it is. It's not a movie lot, everyone. It's actually a house that is built and people live in it.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Rob asked if it was with Cher,
Nope.
Bette Midler, and Michelle Pfeiffer. You're off, buddy.
You're way.
Yeah,
You need to watch Hocus
Rob-
Pocus, Rob, because we know you didn't.
Well, I'm gonna tell Rob straight out with his track record of what he's actually watched and what he hasn't. He needs to not try and guess any actors. Okay, don't even. Nope. No. All right.
No.
That looks closer to Moonstruck than it does anything else. But no. Nothing
But
was
wasn't
shared to
there a
start with.
movie? Hang on. I want to say there was a movie with Bette Midler and Cher, and
Well, let's just find out because I don't
we're
know
gonna have to
about it.
find that out because it's old. I mean, we're gonna say like in the 80s, maybe early 90s, but I don't think so. I think it's back in the 80s.
No idea.
The Witches of Eastwick.
There you
That's
go.
what he's thinking about. I
Ta-da-da-ta.
thought that's what it was.
Yeah, that one was pretty good too. I mean, that's an adult good one.
But it wasn't Bette Midler. It was Susan Sarandon that was with him in that. So.
Okay. And it's kind of like that other one with Sandra Bullock and Nicole Kidman that played the sisters, and they were the witches too. Oh goodness me, what was the name of that movie?
I have no idea.
Look it up. Look it
See,
up.
the only thing I can think of that what's her name? Nicole Kidman was in that was a witch was that stupid Will Ferrell movie of Bewitched.
No, Practical
Bigfoot
Magic.
Fates
Thank you,
says-
little
There we go.
fatty.
Thanks, little fatty.
Practical Magic.
Bigfoot Fate says I saw in a group chat today all the kids want to be K-pop this year.
Yes,
A parent
a
was
lot of
looking
them.
for a costume, I guess. Yes. So we have taken over the hearts and minds of your children, and all I got to say to that is mission accomplished.
And thank the Church of Dogman.
Mission accomplished. Our work here is done.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Yeah, and you know what's really bad? My granddaughter, my wife made a costume from K-pop Demon Hunters on it.
Yeah.
And she's going as one of them. I don't know which one it is to save me. I couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
I know it's black and yellow. That's all I know. So.
Operation complete.
I'm going to tell you right now, that girl, and we talked about this when it first came out on Netflix, remember? And we were talking about how it turned out it was actually a good movie. We were going back and forth like this is actually a decent little movie. Whereas no, she became like bluey eyes with it, you know. I'm talking about she was watching it as much as she was watching Bluey. That's how much she loved it.
Count how many kids trick-or-treating this year are going to be dressed up as K-pop demon hunters.
I won't know
It's
who
gonna
they
be
are.
So many.
Yeah,
Like
I
half
don't
of
know
them.
what the costume would look like.
You got to watch the
you'll
movie on
know.
Netflix.
It'll
It's like the most
look like
popular.
Japanese anime.
Yeah.
Ah,
If I get some
You'll
bug-eyed
know.
looking kids showing up, I'm sending them straight to Donnie.
take
Yeah,
a picture
you'll
of
know.
them.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know for sure what they'll look like, but most of the kids we get coming through, I'll ask them. They'll tell me straight out who it is. The worst. Okay, here's one for you. I know y'all don't do your yards or anything or a whole lot or whatever, but for trick or treats, I did a yard up one year based off of Walking Dead. Okay,
Oh, see.
and it was right after it wasn't when Negan had killed Glenn. It was when Glenn was stuck behind whatever, and he left it as a cliffhanger. Looked like he had gotten killed by the walkers. Okay,
It was the
underneath the dumpster.
Was it at the dumpster?
Yeah, he was.
Yes.
He was
it the
underneath the dumpster.
Yeah.
But it left it like that. So I put a Glenn tombstone up. Didn't put anything else with it. I've had another Welcome to Alexandria over on one side or whatever, and I had Glenn with a cross or tombstone right there. I didn't have to say anything. I had adults coming by. He's not dead. You know he's not dead. Like, yes, he is. Yes, he is. I've read the comics. He's dead. Yes, he is. They're like, no, he isn't. No, he isn't. I didn't want to tell them that. Yeah, no, he's not this time. But it's coming.
I think we had this discussion where I went to a Comic-Con and I actually spoke to I got to sit in a room with some of the writers and stuff like that of the comic book.
Yep.
And they were describing the differences between the TV show and the comic book, which there's big ones. There's big differences.
Big differences.
Yeah.
And yeah, in the comic book, Glenn died.
Yeah, everyone knows that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the TV show, he didn't, but Glenn died. Yeah. I don't know. I was like, well, it's a good thing I don't read the comics.
No, Glenn dies.
Just watch
Glenn,
the TV
He
show.
dies in the TV show. He dies in the TV show.
yeah,
by the
he dies in the
dumpster.
TV show.
Yeah. He could actually
No, not by the dumpster.
No, he doesn't die by the
Negan.
dumpster. No.
No.
Yeah. No,
I
and
But
don't
the
both
way they
get it.
left it
and-
off,
Yeah.
but the way they left it off on that season, you had people that were up in arms because nobody read the stuff. I had already had the compendium 1 here, and my wife had already read it too. So we
Yeah,
already
no.
knew
Everyone who read the comic knew what was going to happen.
exactly.
People who read the comic were kind of hoping they would change it, but they didn't.
Yeah.
That's the one thing they
I
kept the
didn't.
same. Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
I've
that
never
one
read it.
scene.
I have no idea even what you're talking about.
Well,
Oh,
Amy,
you just
Amy's
need-
got a good point. I mean, they never should have killed off Carl. But let me tell you, Carl was growing
Coral.
too much.
It's coral, okay? It's coral.
Coral?
all right?
Anyway,
Coral.
no, Carl was growing too much, and he was becoming more of a manly man.
Mhm.
And he was
Mhm.
still supposed to be a boy during
Yeah.
the story.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they
And he
didn't
started
really have
out
a
younger.
choice. Yeah,
Yeah.
they really didn't have a choice in that.
No.
So
Anyway.
I mean, it's sad, but that's why he was killed off in the TV show. Anyway,
Yeah. So
I'm
either
sorry.
way,
What's-
it's all good.
Oh,
We'll go with it.
this?
The
What TV
Walking
show is-
Dead.
Oh, I
Walking
never
Dead.
watched it.
Yeah, watch it from the beginning. I was
Yeah.
hooked from the beginning. But I'm telling you what, these last few seasons, I can't.
I couldn't watch it.
Mm.
I
After
can't.
that,
Once
after
they
that bit,
started
and then
talking, it was done.
well, that was the Whisperers though. They did that in the books too. That was
Yeah.
Whisperers. But
But I was
anyway,
done. I was
Anyway.
done.
it was
my
not after the 6th season or so. It just started going downhill because then the guy that played Andrew Lincoln, they were trying to move. He wanted to get away from it because he's being typecast and blah 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 blah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, walk
Oh, yeah.
away from that $1 some odd an episode and do whatever you think is going to make your heart better. But when he walked off, especially, it's done. And Daryl wasn't even in the comics, so that I'll tell you something.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't
All right,
know.
sorry.
I
digress.
It is good. I mean, I'm going to tell you, the first 11 seasons were amazing. I'm going to say that. First 11 were amazing.
I didn't think I got that far, honestly.
I know that, like, in the comic book Carol, if anybody is familiar with Carol during that, Carol is like this, what can I say now? Badass. She was a badass on the TV show, but in the comic book,
She didn't make it that far. She was gone.
She's not.
Anyway,
Anyway.
we gotta stop.
Stop. Okay. Stop.
Okay, so somebody jumped in here and said she was going to bombard us, though, didn't she? What am I getting bombarded with?
Hit us with that good stuff.
True.
Oh, she just come in here to laugh at us, didn't she?
Well, I just came in here to bombard you
She
with my
barged
presents.
in.
With my
Barged in.
presents. I did.
Oh,
bombard.
gotcha.
With her aura.
Yeah, there you go.
You
My-
Bringing
weren't
in
going to
the
dazzle
Halloween
us.
aura.
Mhm.
Oh, you were making us brush with greatness, like I usually do.
There you go.
People.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Okay, gotcha.
Ta-da! I
Look
made
at
your
that.
show. Thank you. You're welcome.
Okay, so since
You're
we're
gonna have to
talking
get off
zombies
your
now,
video. I got
No. Go ahead. Zombies.
What?
What about the zombies?
there's only one real zombie movie ever. Okay, ever.
Night of the Living Dead.
Bingo, all the way.
Mhm.
Anybody that's never watched the original, I think it was 1963 or 64 when it came out. If you haven't watched that first one, don't even waste anybody's time. The remake was okay, but the ones after that were all crap.
Wow.
I don't know. What was it? The Army of Darkness? Is that the one?
Well, that's the third Evil
That
Dead.
was with Bruce Campbell, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
You liked Evil Dead because you wanted to see him fight his own hand again, didn't you?
I did.
Let me ask you guys. So you know how so this weekend I'm supposed to be going with Tex and Jason to Dogman Ranch, right?
Yeah.
Do you think the fact that it's going to take place on Halloween, people say the veil is thinner, as they say, right? Do you think that increases the possibility that either of us are going to have some kind of super crazy cryptid encounter with some entities or some beings? Maybe Tex is going to get his, leg grabbed again or whatever,
I don't think Halloween has anything to do with it myself. I just think
Really?
if, the paranormal, you can sit and wait for stuff to happen and nothing does. And Brandy and I have been out in the woods and nothing happens. So I think it's just a matter of, if they're around at that time, then yeah.
And you've done like Halloween investigations, right? Like,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
assuming.
Oh,
Ghost
yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yep.
Well,
Is that like
I'm
is
just
that
gonna
like a
say
regular
this.
thing for Halloween for you ladies lately? Like these days, like just doing like a special investigation, or
No, up until 2 years ago, every Halloween I'd be with my friends here in town.
like a
We do
Halloween
this big
party.
Halloween thing, and
Yeah.
I just haven't done it in the last 2 years. But that's what I would do every year. But to answer your question, Donnie, I think at one time it could have been a thing to see them more so on Halloween, just due to superstition, the way people were thinking and how we can manifest stuff. And everybody was worried about the bad spirits coming out, this, that, and other thing. And that could have been a thing. It really could have been. I honestly don't think I'll see any more spirits on Halloween than I will any other day of the year.
Agreed.
Yeah.
But
And-
but back in the day when they had these superstitions and stuff, and they talk these things into existence. Sure.
Yeah, I mean, because even Brent over at Paranormal Portal, they do a question of the week thing or whatever. A couple of weeks ago, that was the exact question that was posed, and I sat there and answered back to him. I said, "That's not. There's no difference between the veil any other time. What it is our perception of the veil at that time. We're more attuned to wanting to see something happen during that time frame.
Manifesting. Absolutely.
So-
Absolutely.
Hey guys,
Absolutely.
I'm gonna have to hop off because I gotta let my laptop charge. I gotta do Paul's show in 30 minutes. So I just
Oh.
wanted to say hey and bombard you guys with my
Yeah.
present.
Okay.
I
We'll
see what
check
she
you
did.
out.
I see what she did now.
Yeah.
We're just
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll see you, Krista. Have a good show with Paranormal Paul here in about a half hour. So we'll see you
Yep.
later.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm
Bye.
gonna bug him now.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Yeah. I don't honestly think that Halloween has anything to do with anything.
No.
Because I've done investigations, on Halloween before. I really haven't seen a difference. It's just like the whole 3 a.m. thing, about seeing ghosts, that because the veil is supposed to be thinner around 3 a.m. No, I just believe your house is quieter, or the location you're at is quieter. You can hear it more. You can see these things better. You're more attuned. You're focused. You can see these things. But I believe they're around you all day. All day long. It's just you're more focused on seeing them at that time.
Yeah.
At night.
Yeah. You're wanting to see it so bad. You might as well just say you're thinning the veil yourself.
Kind
Or
of.
you
in a
are
way.
the veil. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of. You're the reason why it's happening. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm not really sure, but I mean
Okay.
that's my general way of thinking about it.
Okay, I got a bone to pick with Mickey now. Okay, if you see ghosts in daylight, why are you not taking pictures and sending them to me for the show on Sunday? What the heck?
Because I was there and it kind of freaked her out a little bit because she wasn't expecting that right smack during the day.
Time out again. Well, again, always prepared.
We
Gotta
were
be
talking.
prepared.
We
Not
were
the
busy.
point. Not the point.
We were busy. And she's like, let me tell you what I just saw. And I'm like, what'd you just see? And she told me about a full-bodied apparition that she'd seen. Now, this was at the museum. And I'm like, oh, well, yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, you can just look out of the corner of your eye and think you see somebody there, which you probably did. They just weren't living.
Yeah.
Mm.
And,
So,
that happens to a lot of people. Now, I think I told you the story the last time I went ghost hunting in Mineola a couple of weeks, 3 or 4 weeks back, or whatever it was. When I went out to what they call Bigfoot Bridge, which is supposedly where some people have had encounters with Bigfoot in that area, whatever the case might be.
Yes.
Well, the minute we pull up, as I get out of the vehicle and start to walk toward the bridge, I see something go across just as the bridge kind of crests. You can see something go across. You couldn't see a full human or anything like that. I thought it was one of the critters, maybe like a raccoon or something like that. But as I got up there, I realized there's not enough room for a raccoon to have been there without me seeing it. Okay. But it looked like a shadow go across the ground and go that way. as we shine the lights toward the actual trees, and this is where it got me because it reminded me of the Zombie Road photo.
Yeah.
We're seeing these shadow entities, shall we say, doing this.
Yeah,
Like
doing
like
that.
the trees are moving and giving a shadow, and they're looking out type thing. I'm thinking, okay, maybe it's just a breeze. There's no breeze going. I looked up. It's like there's not even wind going through the tree leaves at all. There's nothing rustling, nothing, anything. And you can see these shadows going over and over again. And I'm just
Kind of
like,
like what Donnie's been doing for like the last 20 minutes.
yeah, there you go. He's dodging. He's fidgety.
He's just swinging
I'm
back
bobbing and
forth.
weaving. That's what I'm doing. Bobbing and weave.
Well, a couple of times tonight though, you see me grab my hair and I got something playing with the back of my neck again because I went to Mineola on Saturday this last week, and I was in the theater again. I was in the theater again, but I was there to help with the Rocky Horror Picture Show is what I was there for. And so I'm sitting up. I got up in the balcony so I could actually videotape or video the actual people getting up on the stage and doing the time warp stuff. And a couple of times, you get that little feeling somebody's right there with you. And then again, something played with my hair there. And just a few minutes ago, twice in the last hour, like something like right here, but it was on this side this time, and there's nothing over here at all. And then I go over here, and I'm like, there's something there. I'm like, what the heck? Fan's going, but it's not blowing up onto my neck at all. So I'm like, here we go again. Now I had to sit there and tell her, go home, go back where you belong. I know where I know who you are. I know what you're doing. Go back home. So.
Yeah. Also, Bigfoot Fade says, that you see a lot of drunk drivers on Halloween. Yes,
you do. Unfortunately.
Yes, you do. So
unfortunately, yeah.
I think that it has increased a lot over the years, and I think that's why I stay home during those times and just don't go anywhere usually.
No.
And if I do, I go and I'm there, that day, and then I stay the night. I don't leave there. I don't drive at night. I don't do anything like that.
No.
I prefer not to do any of that.
No, it's not worth it.
Yeah,
it's not
I
worth
don't trust people
anymore.
nowadays, Too many.
Yeah,
too many irresponsible folk.
Yeah, too many people think that they can drive and
well, I drive better when I'm drunk. No, you don't. Trust me.
It's the alcohol talking.
Don't.
Yeah, that's what Uber's
exactly
for.
And don't get me wrong, I'm not talking about people go to some place and have 1 or 2 or 3 beers or something like that, or a shot here before they go home type thing or whatever. I'm talking about the guys that are sitting there for 6 hours in the middle of a daggum party and drinking so much they could barely walk out the door to start with. Now, of course, here a bartender lets them get out of way like that, then the bartender will be the one at fault. But that if they're at a private party, I mean, the person who owns the place can actually still be prosecuted
liable
for it. Oh yeah,
true. Yeah, I mean the people throwing the party, they people are very sue happy nowadays. I mean, they'll go after you for about anything. So it is just not worth it to get out there and drink and drive. I'm just telling you.
Nope.
That's why I always end up the DD for everyone. Because I don't drink a lot, if I drink at all. So
not anymore.
It's just like not anymore. I don't.
The only time I drink is when I'm at home playing video games, and in that case, I cannot hurt anybody except for my online opponents.
There you go.
Yeah.
Or fall out of your chair and hurt yourself.
Yeah.
That is what you can do.
Yeah.
But see, that's operator error or self-inflicted wounds don't count.
Yeah. Yep.
Unless you have to go to the hospital, and then they count because you got to pay for them.
Yeah, the worst injury I ever suffered doing that was I busted my thumb because I threw my controller really hard and hit me. But that was it.
Now, I have been like that. When I used to play on the old PS2 and the PS1s and stuff, I used to play like, boxing games and stuff like that, the old Ready to Rumbles and stuff like that.
Yeah.
and you be sitting there and you tearing it up and stuff. My little 5-6-year-old daughter grabs a controller, goes against me, and all she's doing is just keeps mashing buttons. She's not doing anything other than just mashing buttons, and she kicks my ass.
That's what they say in the video game world, Randy. Get good. You need to get good.
She knows the secret codes.
Oh yeah, it's just called mash every button at the same time. Yeah. That's what it is. 5-year-old.
That's your fault. That's your lack of skill. Yeah.
Yeah. It's skills. I mean, she knew them. You just didn't think she did.
She was laughing about it too because I was getting mad. I was getting hot.
Okay.
Like, where is she getting away with this?
Here we go, though. I want to talk about something because we didn't finish this Halloween ordeal.
Okay. Yeah.
Now,
gotcha.
I want to know, like in the 1800s or so, and even up until the early 1900s, that, these kids are out there wearing Halloween costumes. They are. But why did they look like, I don't even know how to put it into words, but they looked scary, like they were psycho killers or something. Why? Like they put burlap sacks on their head and stuff, and why did if they put bunny ears on it, it looked like it was the killer bunny? Why? I couldn't.
Okay. Actually, to speak on that, Brandy, real quick, I just looked it up. I found out the origin of trick-or-treating in America.
Oh, well, tell us.
Okay, so I just looked it up real quick. So it actually started in the 1920s. Remember what earlier in the show, Randy was talking about how like people of like Gaelic cultures would have that, dress up for the guys to trick the spirits.
Yeah.
Well, apparently in the 1910s and 1920s, immigrants from Ireland, and a lot of them, their families came over, and it started there, but it didn't really pick up steam until the 1930s and 40s when candy companies were using it for marketing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Can you pull up, Randy? Can you pull up a picture of these
kids? They figured out a way to sell it.
Look at one of the pictures of these children.
I think I got
one from the 1920s.
I mean, they scare me. I mean, maybe we need to revert back our Halloween costumes to what they were originally. That's not it.
I didn't get any of that. That's a different one. Now that one, this was Halloween in Sweden right there. However, there was the Irish jack-o'-lantern.
Oh.
That's the original way a jack-o'-lantern was done. It wasn't a pumpkin. It was a turnip. Rutabaga, whatever. Yep.
I remember now.
I got several pictures, but I didn't get any of the kids.
That would be no fun. That would be no fun. I mean, the pumpkin's easier. And then you can take the seeds out and roast them. And use the pie stuff for homemade pies.
Okay, you want like ugly ones, or you want what?
Yeah, go back to the scary ones. I mean, you're going to find them. They're in black and white, or, they look antique.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about.
Any of them.
Well, I found some. This one is actually from the 1940s because, again, it didn't really kick off until the 40s when the candy companies got involved.
Yep.
Because prior to that, in the 20s and the 1910s, it was more like a traditional thing that the immigrants brought over. But then once it started kicking off, it started looking like this.
Yeah, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about before that. But yeah, those would look scary too. I'm like, those look a little creepy.
Yeah.
Them look a little creepy.
Back in much more innocent times.
Yeah, and this one was from 1928 in Ontario, Canada.
Yeah, that's not it either. And I want to say it was children.
Well,
from
we
the
don't want
Appalachian
flash
Mountains. The Appalachian Mountains. They were just super scary. They just didn't look. I mean, I think the last time I'd seen something like that recently was the American Horror Stories.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to find what you're talking about. I don't see any of the. Let me do some.
And I can't pull them up because I know right where they are, and I can't pull them up. So
where are they at? Tell me where they're at. I'll find them.
You just look under just Halloween costumes of like the late 1800s. Look under that. Because it wasn't a candy thing then. It was like Donnie said, it was more of a tradition thing. A fall festival, if you will, type of thing.
All right, let's see what I got here.
Because I found them, I want to say a couple years ago, and then I've not really had any reason to look them back up because they kind of freaked me out just a hair.
Yeah, this one kind of weird. I'm trying to get it down though.
Yeah, because there's some where there's children just standing there, and you can tell that these, they didn't have much, but they made some type of costume, which was more or less a mask of sorts.
I know what you're talking about. I've seen those before. They look pretty macabre.
Yes.
Kind of like this one once it uploads here. I had to go find it. And then I had to bring it up a different way.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, this was from the late 1800s. I'm trying to see what about 100 years ago, and there's a whole bunch of these. I mean, people were actually wearing the pumpkin itself as a mask.
As a mask, yeah.
So I'm looking through. There's a bunch. I mean, there's a couple of these that are just they just look wild.
Don't they though?
I mean,
does this not look like your modern day like horror film? Doesn't it?
Yeah, it looks like children. Looks like a bunch of children of the corn there,
Children of the corn.
Or that one. There's another one that was kind of lame, but I mean, that's all they had to deal with though back then.
Yeah. Yeah, that's strange.
I mean, that's just, kind of wild. I mean, then you got different homemade ones. See if I can get this one to come up here. Yeah, there we go. You got different homemade ones that they had. Kind of like that first one.
Right. But I think, look at that. Does that not creep you out?
Oh,
Does
yeah.
that look
100%.
like little dolls?
That one does, yeah, especially.
Oh.
Now, I'm trying to figure out what they used for the actual, the face mask part. It's hard to tell, but it looks like it's hard, doesn't it? Like a hard covering. So
I don't really know. I mean, that
can't tell you.
Scary.
Wow, that's for dang sure. I mean, some of these I'm seeing that they're quote unquote old, but you can tell they're newer masks that I'm looking at so I'm doing truth or tinfoil as I'm actually looking at these, by the way.
Oh, there you go. There you go. But that's
there's
what
no
I
way
mean.
that mask is from the 1920s.
If we went back to my next costume, I think next year is going to be my Halloween costume of like the late 1800s and just dressed up in some old shabby clothes and then wrap my head in something and because I think you would look scarier that way. I honestly do.
Let's see here.
And it could be paper mache. Ristel said paper mache. It could have been some type of paper mache. Sure.
Yeah, 100%. Could easily be. Easily. This is the one that's going to be you, though. I can already tell this is going to be the one that's you. Just because I could see you with the cane.
Oh, my goodness.
Bug-eyed, reptilian.
That's scary.
I mean, but think about it. I mean, they just didn't go out and buy them, back then. They went out and they made their own.
I don't know.
They didn't have any other choice, really.
Yeah, no, they didn't.
No, I mean, what store is going to sell that stuff? You know what I mean? I mean, now they've got stores dedicated to it, like the Spirit of Halloween and all of that.
Yep.
I mean, they have them dedicated to this stuff, which I think that the prices are outrageous, but I'm not going to go there.
Yes, they are. I'll say it straight out. They are.
yeah, I think that with the technology and the ingenuity that we have today as American citizens, we've got great imaginations and we can do some great stuff at home. You just have
Oh
to
yeah.
either be crafty or find somebody who's crafty.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or order fake boobs like I did.
Yeah.
Or a fake chest like Randy.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it.
I'm telling you, me with that chest literally scared everybody.
Goodness. I'll be back just a second. You guys just continue talking.
Oh, she's running now.
Uh-oh.
Look at that, running.
She had it with us, Randy.
I
She's
guess
like,
so.
I'm sick and tired.
But I mean,
But yeah.
now where you're at, you get a lot of trick or treaters, don't you? Or you just leave the light off and go off to a party?
No, we get some. Where I live, it's like a little bit. It's kind of like on the outskirts of Baltimore, so there's a lot of places where you don't really want to do that. I'm not saying I live into one of those kinds of areas, but there's a lot of overlap between neighborhoods, so you don't see as much trick or treating. You can see a little bit scattered here and there, because where I live is pretty suburban, but the closer you get to the city, it seems like the less and less they do that. Which understandable. I mean,
because they don't want
nowadays,
their
you
kids
never
out
know.
like that and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, you never know nowadays. There's so much random stuff.
And it just seems like, and that's another thing, like we were talking about earlier. What we used to do back in our days was these kids can't do that no more.
Right.
I mean, you can't just turn them loose. And I don't know if it's the fact we didn't have it actually happening, or the fact that it wasn't as widely noticed or seen back then. I don't know, because I hear rumors that it happened still, but we never saw it. I mean, but then again, we were walking around. Half the guys, if they tried to grab half of the kids that I ran around with, they're liable to get shot or knifed anyway. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah. I mean, nowadays in this generation of kids, they're not gonna understand like
how to defend themselves.
No, I mean they're not gonna understand what it was like for compared to when we were kids growing up and trick or treating. That wholesome neighborhood family environment, that whole aspect of our culture is largely just lost, unfortunately.
Well, I will say that my area here, the housing area that I live in, the development, it does happen here. I have people coming from all around this entire area coming into this area to trick or treat, and
because
they'll do a couple of block area around us right here, and they're wore out most of the time. We have people on the other side of the new section of it. They're like putting on the Facebook page, "Hey, where are all the kids at? They're all over here. Come get some, please."
I mean, this is a thought. This is something I've been thinking about lately. Like one of the things you notice. Okay, you ever notice how in a lot of our pop culture these days, not just with movies and shows, but like everything else, there's a lot of nostalgia bait. In general, music. Books, like everything is just nostalgia, right? Now think about it like this. When you were growing up, was there a lot of nostalgia bait in general?
No.
Why is that?
Well, I'm going to take that back. Yeah.
How about to say? Because our parents were remembering the 50s and 60s,
50s and 60s.
And
our grandparents were in the 20s, 30s, 40s. Yeah.
But like if you look at the popular, like if I think back, because I'm a child of the 80s, right? When I think back on the 80s, there wasn't like remakes of stuff that came out in the 60s or 70s coming out.
No, we didn't have any remakes type stuff as far as music.
Everything was original.
Yep.
But if you look out there nowadays with like movies and TV shows, there's so many like remakes. They just re-released Jaws in the theaters and it beat out like most of the new movies.
Well,
there's so much like nostalgia bait out there. Even with like video games, it's like re-releases of like 20-year-old games.
Well, and this year was the 50th anniversary of Rocky Horror Picture Show, okay?
Yeah.
It was released in theaters this last week for limited runs and stuff. Of course, like they do every Halloween. They're going to let they do it. You know that thing made over $1,200 per theater that it was released in for one showing.
Yeah.
The showing we did in Mineola, the place was sold out 2 days before it happened. And you're talking people bringing in $5-6 grand just on one movie,
Oh yeah. Because I mean, especially if you could do it all, if you can do the whole show, you know,
Yeah.
like you got to have the squirt guns, and you got to have the rice, and you got to
And the
have the
bread.
piece of the toast, and
Yep.
yeah, you got to have all that stuff.
And we gave out goodie bags with it all in it, so that ought to tell you.
Yeah, I mean, when theaters let you do that, it is an absolute hoot. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
It's one of those things that you know, we do parties sometimes. We used to do parties sometimes like that, and then play that show. You know, we do it outside on a big screen, and
Yeah.
everybody's just having a great time. You know, and you get to reenact, you know, part of the movie as it was going on, and you know,
Yeah.
it's a lot of fun, and
Yep.
it became a cult classic, and they didn't have any idea that it was going to do that.
Right.
Yeah.
They just made it as a
No.
spoof.
Yeah.
It was
Now,
just-
let me
It was
ask you
already a
this.
play in London, though. It was already a play in London. And did you know that the guy that played the butler in that, you know, that starts the singing of the time warp, he wrote the entire movie / play. He wrote the actual song Time Warp, and the girl that was his maid friend or whatever, she's like, they did a thing with her, Tim Curry, and a couple others that were on stage one day at a reunion thing, and she said, "Yeah, we were had no choreographer, so instead of messing with it, he just wrote how to do the song into the song, dance into the song.
Yeah.
He's going to
Yeah.
tell us how to do it during the song."
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah, exactly.
it was-
Yeah, he made up the dance and everything. Just told you how to do it during the
Just-
song. Which,
yeah.
think about it this way:
exactly. And I
A
didn't realize
lot
that
of-
dude was the one that did it though.
a lot of songs are that way too. Especially a lot of the line dances and things like that. They tell you
yeah.
how to dance the thing during the song. So I
Mhm.
mean, there's no guesswork. You know, there you go.
Yeah, Rip Raff. That's his name. Sorry, Rip Raff. Yeah. But I didn't realize that dude wrote everything. And
Mhm.
when they adapted it for the movie, Fox told them they had to cast Americans as Janet and Brad. So that's where Barry Bostwick and Susan Sarandon came in. I'm
Kitty
like,
Catty Wag says it was so awesome going to the Rocky Horror Picture Show for the midnight showings, dressing up,
Oh, yeah.
singing, just being free, crazy wild.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. it was a
Now
Yeah.
let
blast.
me ask you guys this: do you think they're coming out with anything nowadays that's going to be as revered in like 20 or 30 years?
Hocus
I don't
Pocus
know.
already has. Hocus
don't
Pocus
know.
is already at that point.
Yeah, I mean, and Grease
No, I mean
was another one.
out of the stuff coming out now.
No.
I don't think
No.
there's anything coming out now that would even stand the test
I
of
mean,
time.
they
Yeah.
try to do like High School Musical, and they try to do different ones, but I mean, you know, there are ones that are just the reenactment ones, you know, the ones that you can dress up to and go see, and that is the Rocky Horror Picture Show, that is Grease, that is
Yep.
Hocus Pocus, that is. I don't see anything in the future that will be like that unless they come up with something really, really good that hasn't been done.
Yeah, that's the thing. Everything coming out now has a basis somewhere else, it seems like.
Mhm.
It's either a remake, the new stuff. I don't know of a whole lot of new stuff really that's would even get my dander up to go into the theater to watch. Other than my daughter's a big Wicked fan, so obviously Wicked, the first one, and there's one coming up. There's going to be showing at certain places. They're showing 1 and 2 right behind each other, so that way you can see both of them. And quite frankly, I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't think that it's like Wicked is a movie for all generations. I think it is
No.
it's
Yeah.
particularly for one.
But that's what he was asking. He's right though. I didn't even think about it till he brought it up. Rocky Horror has become a literal a cross-generational masterpiece, if you want to call
It's
it that.
a cult
Mhm.
classic.
Yeah.
That is
'Cause-
what it is.
Case in point, that showing, I had an 80-year-old Dr. Frankenfurter in there in his sweet transvestite mode. Okay,
Mhm.
I had a 17-year-old. What was the name of the second clone guy or the second monster? God, not Milos one, but the blonde kid. I had an 18-year-old there, 17 or 18-year-olds in there doing the same thing. We had a gambit from the 80s to the teens in that theater.
Yeah.
Doing this stuff.
Yes. Yes.
So.
Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then everybody knows the time warp.
I don't know.
You know, especially in all age, there is no age gap when it comes to the time
No,
warp.
there's not.
They
Doesn't
all
seem
know
like
it.
at all.
Yeah, they all know it. Mm-hmm.
So, anyway, sorry about that. That you get me started on that one, and it's just like that is one of those that I don't think nobody ever saw coming. Even Tim Curry in his state now, with barely able to talk, he his stroke kind of self out, but he's sitting there on the stage talking to these girls, going, "We did not even think it was going to be something like this, because they thought they were going to die when they were making it because of how cold it was." Susan Sarandon got pneumonia. I mean, that's how bad it was.
Well, Cryptical Crossroads, which is Josh Casto, it says, "What's new though? We need a Dogman movie with through the eyes of a dogman."
Let me think about that one.
Yeah,
Dog soldiers.
You could have been a little bit more original.
Well, no, I was just saying that was probably the best werewolf / dogman type movie that's been done in the last 20 years, honestly.
Which I mean, they're like,
well,
I
don't know of any. Then again, I don't think there's really been any made in the last 20 years. Either.
Yeah, we haven't had a good Bigfoot movie either since Harry and the Hendersons.
But now, wait a second. Oh no, that's is that Small Town Monsters? Who's got that one coming out, the Attack at 8 Canyon or CJ Canyon? Who?
It's showing at movie theaters.
Is it?
No.
I thought you told me it was. I was like, hey, I was gonna watch it just to see. I don't know.
Right. Well, thank you, Joe Pops. We appreciate you very, very much.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you so much. But with that being said, everyone, we're going to have to wrap it up because Paranormal Call and Krista come on, and we got to get off of here. But happy Halloween to everyone. If you're going out, please be safe. Take care of your family and loved ones and everyone else. Enjoy your holiday, your spooky, spooky holiday. Mm-hmm. And the next time we see you, it'll be, oh my gosh, we'll be into Thanksgiving time.
Yeah,
it'll be November
time.
Yep.
It'll be Thanksgiving. Yep, Thanksgiving time. So we'll have to bring out the turkeys. We'll have to bring out the turkeys. Oh, wait, we got Randy.
Yeah.
That's enough. We got one turkey. That's enough. With that being said, everybody, we'll see you tomorrow night.
You wish.
We'll see you tomorrow night at 6:30 p.m. Central right here on the Blondes and Booze channel with 4 Blondes and 1 Mystery at a Time podcast. And at 8 o'clock, you'll see us again with Blondes and Booze. Tune in. We'll see you then, everybody. Good night.
Bye.
Night, guys.